Welcome, everybody, to the continuation of the 2022 NFL Draft. We have the second round starting off just in a bit with the Denver Broncos with the first overall pick. We're going to see the first 5 picks of the second round. Then we're going to just jump to all the Rams movements and picks in this draft. Then we're going to have a full draft recap of every round, see who was the best picks, who was the worst picks, and every round. And by the way, thank you for the support of the channel. Smash like down below, hit subscribe, and throw us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. We have word that the Denver Broncos are quickly about to make their first selection in the second round, and the pick is in. Good timing on our part. Who will the Broncos pick? It is Clay Webb, the center out of Georgia. This guy is a big-time center. He is the best center in this draft right now. True talent-wise, he is a good leader on that line. Great for the Broncos to build around. The pick is in for the Steelers at the number 2 in the second round. Who will it be? Isaiah Spiller, the running back out of Texas A&M. We are going to be quickly running through these first 5 picks, but Isaiah Spiller, the top running back in this draft, goes to the Steelers, and building around Howell and Spiller will be a huge get for the Steelers. Joseph Ngata goes to the from Clemson, goes to the Seattle Seahawks, a big-time wide receiver, a little bit underdeveloped, still needs a little bit more work as Ngata was a great player for Clemson, but needs still a bit more seasoning in that 3rd and 4 and 5 wide receiver role. Nolan Smith, linebacker out of Georgia, goes to the Chargers. Another big-time defensive player goes to the Chargers. Smoke Monday, the free safety out of Auburn, goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. And we're jumping to the Los Angeles Rams pick at number 11 overall in the second round. Let's jump to that pick and see who we are going to select. We have the Chiefs. They took Azeez Ojulari, the middle linebacker out of Georgia, at the 10th overall pick in the second round. Pick is in for the Rams. Let's see who they select. Siaka Ika, the defensive tackle, 6'4", 345 pounds, 21 years old, hidden dev trait, run-stopping defensive tackle. This guy is definitely built in that mold of the A'Shawn Robinson, but younger and more developed at this age. He's going to step in, eventually take over that role as that nose tackle, defensive tackle for the Rams defensive line, stepping in with Aaron Donald, Kayvon Thibodeau, Samson Ebukam when he's on there, and Michael Brockers, big-time left end. And we have a huge cog in the future defensive line for the Los Angeles Rams. Take a look at his stats. A big-time grab at this pick. Siaka Ika, 75 overall. He 19th in the 40-yard dash, not great, but 4th in bench press with 39 reps, big-time strength. Vertical jump is good, 2nd in defensive tackles. And let's jump to the next Los Angeles Rams movement in this draft. There's going to be some trades jumping in, and then we're going to see who the Rams select with the rest of this draft and take a look at the new trade for the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to trade Michael Brockers to the Buffalo Bills for Deron Bland, the second-year cornerback out of Sacramento State. He's a 76 overall. He's a scheme fit. He's definitely going to come in and just take a good chunk of that cornerback role, a big-time player, and we have the third round pick, 11th overall in the third round. Let's see who the Los Angeles Rams select, and I believe there's going to be another offensive lineman at this pick. It is Ilm Manning, left tackle out of Hawaii. I do have that Warrior bias. Yes, I know I have some, but Ilm Manning, from a freshman position in the Mountain West, has been a cog, a huge offensive cog for the Hawaii Warriors in that passing offense. He's been a fantastic all-conference type left tackle since he has been a Warrior. 74 overall. He's going to step in, learn from Alejandro Villanueva, and come in and be that franchise left tackle. Look at that. He was first in left tackle in 40-yard dash, second in vertical jump, and first in left tackle for bench press. 39 reps on the bar. This guy is a massive beast. He's 6'4", 290 pounds, 22 years old. But 290 pounds, you'd think he would be bigger, but he is just 0% body fat. This guy is a monster in the weight room, and he's going to step in a couple years for the Rams. He's going to slowly develop in there right after Villanueva leaves after his contract, and this is a big get at the 3rd round pick. Our next pick is in the 5th round, but I am going to make a guilty pleasure trade coming up. Let's take a look at what that trade is right now. We're going to trade the 5th round pick in this draft, a 5th round pick in next year's draft, and a 7th round pick in next year's draft for the 4th round pick, 116th overall. Why? Because it's round 4,
Smoke
pick
more
20.
weed, Turtle.
I got to do it. Yes, I'm a kid sometimes, but pick 420, of course I got to do it. And now we are on the clock. Who are we going to select? We don't have a lot of holes. Let's throw some depth. And there's a guy out there in the free safety position that I like that could be kind of a Swiss Army knife on that defense. And it is Pola Mao. 6'4", 205, 22 years old, out of USC. He's a free safety, but he's kind of a big guy. 6'4", 205, lanky with some speed. He's a normal dev trait, but 71 overall, still got a little bit of build to go on, a lot of depth and development to go. 89 speed, he's got 69 tackle, which is not great, but 76 pursuit, 90 acceleration. He could be a type of guy that could be a tweener between that free safety, linebacker positioning, could be moved into one of those roles. He was the first in bench press with 22 reps in all free safeties. He's a quick guy, 4.54 in the 40. Not great among the free safeties, but that's because he's got mass. 6'4", 205. He's a big guy, and pick up at the 420 pick. I got to do it, guys. I had to do it. And let's move to the next draft pick, which is the 5th round, 14th overall by the Los Angeles Rams. And who are we going to select? The pick is in. Let's take a look. And it is Charleston Rambo, a 6'1", 182-pound, 23-year-old, 70 overall wide receiver out of Oklahoma. This guy, he's in the mold of a CeeDee Lamb, but just not as developed as CeeDee Lamb has. That's why he went in the 5th round. But he's a good talent that we can inject into our offense. Hopefully bring him in and develop him into that Demetrius Turner offense that we have. He did not measure up very well in the combine, but did get a late 2nd round pick projected. He is 6'1", so got some length on him, A- in special catch and spectacular catch, whatever you want to call it. Charleston Rambo goes in the 5th round to the Los Angeles Rams. Let's move ahead to the next transaction or draft pick for the Rams, and let's find out what it is right now. And now we have the 6th round pick, 11th, and we're going to trade this pick. Why? Well, I think it's just because we're not really finding any positioning. We're going to trade it to the Tennessee Titans for a 2023 4th round pick. Add a little bit more extra depth in the future, and now we are at the 6th round pick, 30th overall. The pick is in for the Rams, and who are they going to select? Ryan Rivera, a fullback, 76 overall, hidden dev trait, a very interesting player to come out. Computer-generated prospect, 6'3", 240, 21 years old, out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, which is a triple option offense. This guy is more of a blocker. Obviously, he's a fullback, but he's got big size. He's got speed and can catch out of the backfield a little bit. He's a good blocker, though. He is going to come in and learn under Kyle Juszczyk and be a big-time player for this offense. Demetrius Turner loves the free fullback position. Clearly, his measurables are great against fullbacks because all the other fullbacks suck. But 6'3", 240, a big-time fullback back there out of Cal Poly. He knows that triple option offense. And let's jump to the 7th round pick, 11th overall. The pick is in for the Rams, and we're going to select Robert Beal, right end out of Georgia, 6'4", 252 pounds, 22 years old, 65 overall, not very developed. He was a reach at our pick, as the game says, but you know what? He's going to come in and not be expected to start or anything. He's going to learn right behind Aaron Donald, the best defensive player in this game. So, yeah, he's not very good. Might be a very big reach at this point. It is the 7th round, so, I can take a reach here and make hopefully Robert Beal can develop into a player for the Rams. If not, it's a 7th round pick. We have the Rams pick right here, 7th round, 17th overall. We're going to select another Warrior by a 66 overall, 6'2", 305, Solo Vaipulo. Pulu, the right guard out of Hawaii. He's a pass protector. Solo Vaipulu is he's a strong kid, 82 strength, 78 pass block, 80 impact blocking, and he's not going to expect to come in, play, a big time role in that line, but he's going to come in, be a backup. He's got great 3-cone, and he was 3rd in right guards, 28 reps on the bench, and Solo Vaipulu comes in. He's not going to have a lot of pressure on him, and he can be a good diamond in the rough, or if not, a depth player that can come in and step in when we need him for a breather or two behind Rob Havenstein, who is going to move to the right guard position. Let's wrap up the draft with the Saints pick, and that is it. Let's take a look at the draft recap, the first round. Clearly, you saw that last episode that we posted yesterday. Derek Stingley Jr., Sam Howell, and Kayvon Thibodeau goes in as the first 3 picks in this draft. Owen Pappoe, Nick Broker, Christopher Hinton, Garrett Wilson, Christian Harris, Evan Neal, and George Karlaftis rounds up the top 10. Logan Brown goes to the Rams at number 11. This draft, as you can see, by overall, was stocked full of talent. The first round, you could not make a bad pick. Sheridan Jones, though, was a bit of a head-scratcher. Still has a lot of talent. DJ Dale going 20th overall. Not a bad pick, but right when you have Zach Pickens as a 76 overall, right after him go, that's an interesting pick. So we'll have to see how that works out for the Cardinals, especially when you have Zach Pickens goes right after. Jaden Hazelwood is the worst pick in this draft, first round. Well, not worst, just lowest overall, tied with Wanya Morris, as they were the 32nd and 31st pick in this draft. The highest pick was Sheridan Jones, 15th overall, 73 overall, as the lowest overall of the top draft. So let's go to the second round, take a look. Isaiah Spiller, the top pick in the second round, was the second pick overall, right behind ahead of Clay Webb, which was the first pick in the second round. 78 overall, 77 overall. Take a look at the rest of the second round picks. Breece Hall goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to pair up with Spencer Rattler. Siaka Ika, the defensive tackle, goes to the Rams. We have a couple more picks throughout this draft, but Siaka Ika comes in. He's going to be expected to learn quickly behind A'Shawn Robinson, as he has a couple more years on his contract and then will not be re-signed. Ben Hart goes as the worst pick in the second round, 68 overall. But you know what? Like I keep saying, and I want to stress it, worst pick is not the worst for the future. We can't predict that. What I'm saying is worst overall. Zach Charbonnet is the top overall pick in the third round, fourth overall pick. Keaton Slovis, a big-time quarterback for USC, goes to the Broncos in the third round, 74 overall. He's the type of quarterback that they're going to need, as Drew Lock is not working out for the Broncos. And so Kedon Slovis goes in, and he's going to develop, get him another year to develop in that Broncos offense, and then take over for Drew Lock, as he has 1 year contract left. And he is not most likely going to be re-signed, so we'll see him in the free agency next year. But Kedon Slovis, good position for him to go in and join the Broncos, get a year of seasoning, and then develop. We have Il Manning also for the Rams at the 11th pick overall, 74 overall. He is going to be a big-time left tackle for us in the future. So let's take a look at the rest of the third round. Javen Hicks goes to the Washington football team. We got Master Teague, 7th overall in the third round. 73 overall goes to the Texans. Khalil Shakir goes to the Giants, a big-time wide receiver out of Boise State. Will Mallory, Miami tight end. And Bo Nix, the Auburn quarterback, goes to the Patriots. Interesting place for him. He's going to go in and learn under Cam Newton and Griffin. I can't even remember that guy's name. Something Griffin, the new coach for the Patriots, but I don't know who the fuck it is. Alan Bowman goes in the third round. Most likely will never see the field unless Joe Burrow gets injured. The top pick in the fourth round is Trey Knox, a wide receiver out of Arkansas, and then followed up by Drake London, a wide receiver out of USC, both 73 overall, and Blessman Ta'ala, defensive tackle, nose tackle, big-time nose tackle for Hawaii, goes in the fourth round, 31st overall. Hawaii developing more and more good talent under Todd Graham, so we're going to see a good amount of talent coming in from Hawaii, more than usual. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not going to select them all. I'm trying to keep my Warrior bias to 1 or 2 picks per draft, and they're never going to be the best player in the draft. I'm never going to do that. I'm not going to be unrealistic. Taking a look at the rest of the fourth round, George Holani, big-time running back from Boise State as well, goes in the fourth round. Take a look at the fourth round. Worst pick is McCall Cunningham, quarterback out of Louisville. And then take a look at the fifth round. Worst overall pick is Deontay Lucas, a right guard out of Florida State. And the top pick is Dom Peterson, right end out of Nevada. And then Charleston Rambo, wide receiver out of Oklahoma, goes to the Rams at the 14th overall pick. And Thayer Thomas, a wide receiver out of North Carolina State, goes 16th overall to the Eagles. Take a look at the lowest overall picks. Logan Bross, a right tackle out of Wisconsin, goes to the 26th pick in the fifth round. Some more picks through here. And then we have also Simon Lee out of Calgary University, a Chinese-Canadian prospect. Real guy, a very good prospect for Calgary. And then take a look at the sixth round. Ryan Rivera, fullback out of Cal Poly SLO, San Luis Obispo, 76 overall. He is a fullback, so take that overall for a grain of salt. 30th pick in the sixth round. He's going to come in, learn under Kyle Juszczyk, but most likely cannot be a difference maker. He will provide good blocking for the Rams running game, but he's not going to be a blowout player that's going to, win Super Bowls for you. He's going to be a good blocker and might get a touchdown once a season. Rest of the picks in the sixth round are, as you can see, the talent does get a bit lower. Jartavius Whitlow. We got Justin Tau Ufo-Au from USC, defensive tackle, goes to the Buccaneers. And then The rest of the sixth round, the worst pick in the sixth round is Adrian Martinez, quarterback out of Nebraska. And the rest of the sixth round does not look very good. And let's move to the sixth round. The best pick was Ryan Rivera. And now the best pick in the seventh round, Milton Wright, a wide receiver out of Purdue. And D-Man, I could not see his first name, wide receiver out of, I didn't even see either. A lot of wide receivers taken in the seventh round in this draft. A lot of talent left over in that position, as it was just very, very deep in talent. One thing I wanted to say is Dior Scott, known for Last Chance U, played for Hawaii, was in this draft, did not get selected, unfortunately. But he will be a free agent that will be highly coveted because he is a good, strong-willed heart player that can come in and hopefully compete for a job. Also, I wanted to say that Nu'u Togavau, also from Last Chance U, did get selected in the fourth round. But I don't remember what team. We have Dylan Radunes. He is moving to left guard. He was selected as a tackle, but we're going to move him to guard. And then we're just going to take a look at the best lineup that we got. We got Villanueva, Radunes, Tula Lima, Havenstein, Brown, and Big Rig Higgs across that line. We got Josh Reynolds as the top wide receiver, Cole McDonald under center as the quarterback, Travis Etienne, Cam Akers, and Darrell Henderson Jr. And on the wide receiver positions, on the right side, we got Devonta Smith, Deontay Harris, and Quez Watkins. Did not say Rico Bussey Jr. or Charleston Rambo as the other wide receivers. Mackenzie Milton is the backup quarterback. Ryan Rivera is going to back up Kyle Juszczyk at the fullback position, but that is deep. Take a look at the best defense that I can put together right now. Taylor Rapp at free safety. We got Samson Ebukam, Micah Kaiser, and Leighton Vander Esch at middle linebacker. Outside linebacker, Terrell Burgess. We got JJ3 at strong safety, Charvarius Ward and Holton Hill at CB2, Jalen Ramsey, David Long Jr., and Deron Bland, the new acquisition from the Buffalo Bills for Michael Brockers at cornerback. He is going to be a guy to take a look and move up. He is a star dev trait coming up from Sacramento State, a good time cornerback. I'm very excited to see how he does in this season in the Demetrius Turner defense. We got Aaron Donald, Ashawn Robinson, backed up by second-round pick Siaka Ika. And thank you for watching this episode, guys. I know it was a different version of our draft episode. One episode, first round, second episode, 2nd through 7, and all the Rams picks, and a draft recap. Smash like down below. Thank you for watching. Come back for episode 23. As we're going to jump into Season 3 preseason, see how these picks do, and see how the Demetrius Turner season kicks off. Then we're going to do a new change for the regular season, 1 game per episode. I'm changing the time from 6 minutes to 8 minutes per game per quarter. So the games are going to be a little bit longer, but they're going to be a lot better. 1 game per episode. And we'll see you guys at the start of Season 3 preseason next episode. We'll see you guys later.